plan was to potter around with that stuff, and I'm realising I should probably have bought some fuel with me, but yeah. Oh, that's been fixed. I hadn't noticed that. So yeah, it used to be that if you toggle the object scanner off and like on and off a lot, it would forget what you had it set to. See now, what route do we want to take? Okay, we can go over there. Except I missed the opportunity to land on the thing properly again. There we go. So that's the next outcrop that needs scanning properly. I say scanning properly, mapping out properly. Right, it just skipped a bit there, but I don't know if that's because the audio looped or if it very briefly came into contact with something. See, there it is again. I remember stingers spawn in this forest at night, but I can't remember where they spawn from. Only that when I used to get the concrete from the limestone node, I'd have to be careful what I was doing. Okay, now ideally we would be getting up there at some point, but we're not gonna. Well, at least we're not gonna on this trip. I think those are climbable vines. Get somewhere relatively safe so I can rewind that.
Hey everybody! What's up?
We're live?
That was loud. It was loud for me too. I thought it was just me internally, but maybe it was loud for everyone. How's everybody doing? Welcome to a Tuesday.
Is chat popping?
What a week, right?
Oh,
what
I
a
don't have
week!
chat popping up. What a week,
Holy
mate! I've been
shit.
like borderline sick for the past couple of days. So this week is starting out, yeah, pretty
starting
shitty.
out with
There
a
we go.
bang.
I can see chat now. Hello guys. There we go. There we go.
Okay, it is a week for sure.
Mm.
Yeah, I can't do Friday, so I can sit and watch the server error in Helldivers for hours.
Oh, you play that too? Shit. Yeah.
I played it before it was cool.
Nice. I'm gonna buy that like probably this weekend, but then also I kinda so my dilemma. We have FF7 Rebirth coming out next week on Friday, and yes, and I did play Remake on Steam a couple of years back. Good game, great game, fantastic game. I'm replaying it now on the PS5, and even though I got all achievements on Steam, I'm kind of wanting to gun for that again, just this week alone before Rebirth hits, and that's like a fucking, I don't know, 70-hour project. So I might not play anything until like after this and then after Rebirth. But Helldivers.
There we go.
Helldivers.
It's on the schedule, like it's on the actual.
Oh, forgot to switch scenes again.
It's on the dartboard. Yeah, Helldivers. I also borrowed Demon Souls from Conrad and Spider-Man. Other stuff. Oh, I can hear myself. That's a lovely voice.
A lot of stuff today.
Yeah.
And then we can
Yeah, I'm
stop
hearing.
ruining the behind the scenes shit. Best part is,
Maybe.
I can't do it now. Whatever. Anyways, welcome everybody to the weekly dev stream where we hang out with you guys and
We do.
talk about Final Fantasy and
Oh,
Helldivers.
just before this stream, Snoot was playing Triple Triad, and he was into it.
No, I legit wasn't.
Yeah.
Check it
Pop
out.
it up. And there we go.
I won. I don't want to brag it, but I'll bump myself up. Give me a fucking second. Calm down, chat. Oh, this is bad.
Oh, I knew you were. I knew you were English. I knew you were low volume. There we go.
So why didn't you fucking say anything?
Since when the fuck do you listen to me? I only said it thrice. And then this man was like, "Oh shit, man! I saw the testing stuff your stream." Like, okay.
Yeah, kind of quiet. If you hadn't told me, Mooney, I would have gone on throughout the entire stream, and then I would have been. I would have kept going, talking, and then nobody.
Bloop.
Wait, shut the fuck up. What do you mean perfect? Shut up.
Wait a second. Is thrice not a word?
There it
Like
is.
twice, but 3 times? Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
Fries?
Unless I'm just stupid.
Fries? Size? I don't know, you keep going.
It is. Okay, yeah, confirm. Good. Because otherwise I've been like an idiot for like the past I don't know how many years.
Quadruple?
Twice. I'ma say it twice just to be sure.
Say twice.
Or pentice.
Yeah.
These duct tapes are starting to hurt.
Yeah, let's appreciate the silence.
Missed a bit.
Back end. Oh, it's my fucking gate. I hear it now. Keep resetting. That's why this happens. I don't know. Yeah, fuck this shit. Why is this on? Piece of shit. Turn off. I don't know what it is, but the settings. Mode. Recall. There we go. For some reason, the settings in my audio thingy, yeah, audio interface. Yeah. See, this is. All right. Okay, should be good now. Hopefully, maybe. TM. TM. I hope you are. It's like randomly this computer at work restarts sometimes, and when it does, it resets all my audio settings, and I forget to check before we go live. So that's the fucking voice meter, always voice meter. I don't even use voice meter, but god damn it, stupid voice meter. Always ruin everything. Oh, now you're wait. Wow.
Watch everything be screwed again once.
Man,
I
it
actually get
really
the,
fucked up the settings when I changed this. Holy shit.
Am I muted now? Oh,
Yeah, you were muted for a second. So weird. So weird. Never use computers, fam. Computers suck.
Stinger part lying around.
Just use like tablets, like stone tablets. Yeah. Anyways, muted artist here though. It would have been if it was a muted artist stream. This would have been on brand. Cause no sound. Get it? It's funny. Anyways, what are we doing today? I'm just
Am I back?
no,
No. Okay, good.
still blown out. Wait, let me listen to this. What's wrong? Wait, I don't hear anything. Oh, there we go.
You can see the view on our mic. Oh shit! Wait a second.
Yeah, man.
Is it that way?
Just use chalkboards. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna see some lasers today. Oh, you wish.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, no lasers today, unfortunately, everybody. They decided that we weren't gonna do lasers. I'm not gonna say who it was, but they told me we're not doing lasers, and I'm like, kind of feel like we should do lasers.
An actual trash game.
Yeah.
At this point. Yeah. Can't believe it. Imagine having lasers and just ditching them. Yeah.
Chat, what are we? What's more important to add Satisfactory? Lasers or golf? I need to know. Give me 1 for golf and 2 for laser.
In the hub, I want a some device, maybe even a hand statue, which does the knuckle cracking ASMR.
I already forgot. Sorry, which one was golf again? I already forgot which number. I think it's 1. It's kind of divided.
One for golf. Yeah, okay.
2 for. Why not laser golf? Okay, don't get carried away. Okay, there's a limit to like that's not how game dev works. Okay, take it from me. I'm a professional game dev. I know what I'm talking about. You can't have everything. We should Coffee Stain's next game should be a golf game. I think.
How about you actually participate?
I think we have a market for that. There seems to be a lot of people that want that.
How do you put like a giga fun spin on golf? Like an elevator pitch. Golf, but
Golf.
Give me a word.
Golf with their dynamite. So every time you hit the ball, you explode and die, and there's no game. It's like golfing with friends, but you got golfing with lasers. I like that.
That's actually not a bad shout. Like
Base defense and golf. Oh my god.
And then actually having to like adjust for pressure, or you just blow up. Like, why the hell not?
Base defense golf is pretty good though. Would you like? But what part of it is base defense? Like, is it the hole that you're going towards that you have to like avoid shit, or defense plus golf is San B? Yeah, it could be. I don't know. It could be. It could. I don't know. It feels like we have a market here. I'm doing market research right now. Golf fun nukes. Yeah, exactly. Don't give them ideas for free. Oh my god.
I was gonna ask, are all these now on the trademark from Coffee Stain? Thank you.
We have thousands of idea guys in chat right now. So.
What a treasure trove.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm just gonna hog all of them.
100 people playing golf as attackers, and 1 is defending the hole. That's pretty good, actually. It's like a PUBG, like Battle Royale type situation.
What if golf had a goalie?
But where are the lasers, though? You gotta defend the laser.
Oh, Helldiver's golf. You can spin that somehow, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, definitely. Helldiver's golf. It's like you play golf and then suddenly like $1,000 will show up out of nowhere.
I think I read like from a YouTube comment that some guy was just like autopiloting, throwing a grenade down a bug hole, and then some ant pops up and just throws it back at him, and the man was terribly humble.
Yeah, that can happen.
Yeah.
You're not careful. Anyways, welcome everybody to the weekly golf stream, I guess. Weekly laser stream. Golf is no more, chat. Stop talking about golf. We already abandoned that meme. We have a new meme in town. Friendship ended with golf. Laser's my new friend. Okay. So if you have to meme in chat. Just meme lasers. Okay. We have to stick to a schedule here. Okay. Don't have it all day. Yeah. Today we have no exciting news to share, because we're still working on feature complete. And
Where have I heard this before?
yeah, and I also don't have any videos that I'm working on currently for 1.0 yet. Because we're still figuring that shit out. So there you go. There's your state of dev, I guess. Nothing new. A lot of stuff is going on though. Like people are working so hard right now on making the game good.
They are.
And working on our marketing plan and our fucking whatever, all the stuff that goes into releasing a game. It's a lot of stuff, and also everything that goes into the closed beta. There's a lot of prep work needed for that as well. So it feels like we're working on like 3 games at the same time right now. But we're getting there. And remember, if you don't know what I'm talking about, or maybe this is your first time tuning in, 1.0 is coming out this year. Good times. And we have a closed beta. Where do people go to sign up to the closed beta, Miguel?
Or do they? I should be able to type this link out like at manual by now,
Yeah.
but they go
You can
to
also say it.
Satisfactory beta sign up. You type that into Google.
You type that into Google. Oh my god, it doesn't even know the link.
No, I
Oh,
don't.
fired. Oh my god. Oh, got him.
Fired. That's my like
Oh.
3rd time this week.
Got him.
There we go. Let me just grab this link. Where the hell did chat?
Debated.
There we go.
You can also do exclamation mark beta. That would have been faster, but whatever.
There we go.
Oh, that's not. Ooh, don't you? No, don't. Not that link.
Not that link?
No, that's a sketchy link. You have to use the website URL, because otherwise people post similar looking links, because we're using a service for that, and then people can post similar links, and then people have a hard time differentiating between when they're using our link and a sketchy sign up link. So always go through our website, do exclamation mark beta.
Yep, one out over there.
Yeah, actually fired. Use exclamation mark beta, and you'll get a link to where you can go to our website and grab the link from there. Goes to the form from there. 10 out of 10 professionalism, exactly. Yeah, we know what we're
Just
doing.
keeping on brand, yeah.
Alpha, can you sign up? Wait. Oh, that'd be funny if we play. We have everyone sign up for the beta, and then they play the alpha. It's like a worse version of what we have right now. We should play like alpha on stream or something when the beta starts, just for the lols. I wonder if we can get that build.
Hashtag less is more. We'll just roll with it.
It's like lifts don't exist. We don't have trains. Those were the days. Buggy as hell. I think the alpha was really buggy, if I remember correctly. Like it ran like ass as well. So yeah, we should definitely do that. Closed alpha. Breaking NDA, our own NDA. So yeah, not too much to share today, really. Other than that, we're still working on it, and hopefully we'll have some fun stuff to talk about and announce and tease and whatnot. But we're still working on ironing out those kinks.
Has there been nothing really, I guess?
No.
No.
Until when can we sign into the beta? You can sign into the beta for as long as you want. You can probably, well, not after the beta's over, I guess, but we're gonna do the beta, like, draw, whatever, send out keys pretty soon, like, close to when the beta goes live. So,
If I stumble across Coal and
late as you want,
Sulfur,
essentially. But
I might
there's
be able to
been
come
way
back
too many
here.
signups.
I mean, I could scan
Tell you
through it,
that
but
much.
I want to
Let
be...
me actually, I haven't checked the latest.
Actually, yes, let's do that.
Oh,
Let's
these
just see,
increase.
how far away is the nearest solve
I
node?
have no idea, but
I was about to say, it's like, oh, well, like, let's
too
just
many.
focus on hard drive scan.
too many. Stop signing up.
Yeah, go away.
Yeah.
Don't play our game.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there's some
It's not that good. Oh, sorry.
800 meters
It's gonna be random.
that way.
It's gonna be like we choose from a set of like when you sign up for the forum, there's like a bunch of questions like who you are, sort of like how much you've played the game and stuff like that, and then we sort of pick based on like a broad spectrum of players, essentially, to a certain degree. I actually don't know if Yeah, it's essentially like we're just gonna pick randomly, and if you get in, then you should buy a lottery ticket that same day, because holy shit. And good times will be had by all, hopefully. And hopefully the game will not suck in closed beta.
Should I buy a ticket? A lottery ticket?
Wait, what?
Should I buy a lottery ticket? Because I might have access to beta. May or may not. That
Bad
would be
chance.
funny.
But you're not allowed to
That's
say that, Nick.
limestone.
You're fucking breaking NDA right now.
But
It's a
but-
secret. If you get into the beta, you know what we don't talk about Fight Club.
But that's why I said might.
Yeah. Mike,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'm
revoke.
careful.
I'm gonna revoke your possibility and delete your entry.
All the strikes to my employment at the moment. It's
Yeah, fired
It's
again.
looking grim. Yeah. Since Christmas.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's essentially state of dev, I guess. There's not too much new news. If you have any questions, that you can use our Slido pink. You get pink Slido link. If you do !AMA, you can ask us questions and we'll answer those at the end of the stream. Yeah, first rule of beta, you don't talk about beta. Second rule of beta is you do not talk about beta. Exactly. That's exactly how it is.
Rules are for breaking.
It has been 0 days since Mikkel was last fired. That's a pretty good one. We should put that on the stream.
No.
All right. Anyways,
Exclamation mark fired.
let's dive into some community highlights though.
Let's. They
Let's.
keep being awesome.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
see what y'all have been doing in the yeah. First rule of beta, you don't talk about beta. Second rule of beta is you do not talk about beta. Exactly. That's exactly how it is.
Rules are for breaking.
It has been 0 days since Mikkel was last fired. That's a pretty good one. We should put that on the stream.
No.
All right. Anyways. Anyways.
Exclamation mark fired.
Let's dive into some community highlights though.
Let's. They
Let's.
keep being awesome.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
see what y'all have been doing in the community.
Let me just find the remote control among my 48 tabs.
Mm-hmm.
I found it.
Did we ever
Oh.
agree on what a normal amount of tabs was for people? Like, when do you have too many tabs open?
Was that discussion brought up here?
It was just brought up. I think it was either last week or the week before. 27. What?
27.
27 is way too much. More than 3. I'm like 10. I think is my number.
No, 20 plus always.
Okay, 20 plus.
Yeah.
Unless you're
20 plus is fine.
unless you're programming and you're looking for a solution to a problem, then you can have infinite tabs.
And still find nothing.
I'm talking per
Without
window.
problem.
No, yeah, across everything. So like, if you have 2 windows open with 10 tabs each, I think that counts as 20, honestly.
Hmm.
Because they could just be one window. And why aren't they?
Is that more optimal somehow? Having two separate browsers with
You
10
can
tabs each?
read 2 websites at the same time.
Oh,
So if you
that's
need
very
that
true.
like double action,
That's min-maxing. That's very true.
or YouTube.
Yeah.
Anyways, community highlights. Let's check it out. Let's see what's going
Let's
on.
check him out. A very nice space elevator, but the first one.
Oh shit!
I love how story puzzle headed 805's name doesn't even fit in the box.
You have to. You can do. I'm gonna teach you a hot tip right here. I'm gonna fix.
Oh wait, shit.
We're gonna fix this actually. So
I thought it was kind of funny, so I just rolled with it.
so unprofessional.
And
Wait,
you,
how do-
aren't? What?
Wait, how do you do this again? Oh wait, right, I have it in a second. Just decrease the level. Yeah, story puzzle headed. I tend to have to fit that in.
Oh, that's just. I mean, that's just a
Some
font
DMs
size
there,
change,
just
isn't
things
it?
going
Yeah.
ding.
Yeah, that's kind of smart.
It's not rocket science, but it gets the job done.
To me, don't underestimate, overestimate. Which one is it? Overestimate. Yeah, you see, my. No, that's the only one that was too long.
Okay. Chat, we fixed it.
I checked some stuff before stream.
Do I have to refresh? Oh, I do.
This hog is very pettable. Like these scales are immensely satisfying to pet.
You got a new number here. No, it's the same. Actually, never mind. So you should have control again.
Oh, cool.
Try it.
Yes.
Cool,
We're
alright.
back. We are
So,
back.
story puzzle headed with a big
805.
big ship. It does look like a cruise ship. Except
Is
instead
that a
of
ship?
instead of a pool area on the ship, we've got fucking making nuclear pasta.
No, I swear to God, I've seen an airport that looks like this somehow. Like the indented and then like zigzagging,
That's
basically,
possible.
windows, inwards, outwards.
To me, it reminds me of like a spaceship or a cruiser.
Yeah. It's futuristic and stylish as heck, regardless. It's very fancy, and I lost the tab. I didn't. It's back. A night shot. See, even with the trains, because airports tend to have like, unless you're done with it, which is like way too small, they tend to have like trains going in and out from like the basement.
I like the little hangar down here.
Yeah. Can you see? So, I mean, I know it's obviously not an airport. It's a factory of some sort, but I just like it. Kind of happy accidentally very much struck me as just something that could exist in real life to send
cool.
off. Yeah. Planes and shit. And there was, I think on this and the next picture, you have a
Turbo
cool
fuel
train.
back
Yeah,
there?
I believe so, yeah. The tower, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fuel gen all the way down, which I thought was pretty clever. And there's a close-up of that tower. If we go one more, there you go. Even prettier at night. Because why not?
Good old power tower.
Yes. Yes, but yeah, it's fuel gens fed from top all the way down, and it just looks dope. Yeah.
It is dope. Possible.
I
It runs
know
possibly.
that's up there, and I can't really
Assuming
get it there at
it's
the
a story
moment.
puzzle, it's also nicely efficient and all that stuff.
That's actually an interesting curveball. Like when I pick these, again, I usually go by just wow factor or like how creative they are. I actually can't confirm if they run optimized at all. Like, do they tend to?
That's the beauty of photos. You will never know.
I guess people wouldn't be honest about like, oh yeah, my factory runs like shit, by the way.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
pretty,
yeah.
but it's actual
I
garbage.
bet there are people
what
that
it
just post like the exterior of a building and just like, oh, and here I have I'm making 50,000 modular frames per second. Heavy modular frames. So like, y'all need to get at my level.
It's true, by the way.
It's like making nothing but hover modular frames the entire map.
Screws, 2 million per minute.
Yeah.
Obviously. Oh, I sneeze at me. Back from last week. Back from last week when they showed us the I'm losing my words. The Tony Stark house, the Malibu resort house.
Oh, that was that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was I sneeze. Back again with a. If I go to the next picture, just briefly. A very crisp and clean out in the water, just like a power generator.
Wait, is this just fuel?
Yeah.
Or like, is it just water?
Yes, it is. Well, actually, no. If I hop into, I think I had to. Hang on a
Something
second.
down there.
Yeah,
I
I
want to
only
have a
checked
look up here as
the
well.
3 pictures for this one, but the third one basically shows you.
Oh,
There's polymer resin byproduct and water and other stuff. So there's like a lot of different fuel things going on here. But my voice is slightly fading on me. That's worrying.
no
I just
worries.
felt-
No worries. We just started the stream. Don't worry about it.
I just felt post-launch like, oh yeah, I think I'm actually perfectly healthy again, and then this happens.
This
I'm
stream will
obviously
get you, man.
entirely-
When there's like hundreds of people, they'll get you down, man.
It's only been like 3 months. Anyway, yes. So I sneeze. Spire Coast power plant out in the water, and again just producing. I only picked the one picture because this couldn't be way too long. That's also a thing, by the way, like a short insert. If it was up to me, I would have like. I think I land between 25-30 slides every week for this, and that's after trimming it down from like 45 plus, 50 plus. because I'm easily impressed, I guess. But also people just keep making crazy shit. So I'm kind of like, how do I even ball and get to pick? I guess now with State of Dev being slightly shorter, I could opt for some more pictures.
True.
But yeah, Fuel Gem.
Nice. Very good.
Yes. This one. I like this one a lot.
Like a
It
tiki
is.
tent.
It is a tiki tent.
Yeah.
Out in nature. Like even again with all the surrounding colors being perfect for it, like trees and grass and shit. I don't know. I'm actually not a big camper. I love being out in nature. I do not enjoy sleeping out at nature a whole lot. But this one spoke to me. Perfectly coal-powered TP with a peak on
As
the
they all
inside.
are. In
Yeah.
fact, I don't know if you guys knew this, but all TP tents are fucking coal powered. Oh,
Like
cool.
so. Yeah. Like on the inside. Very symmetrical, like they all are. I guess people do. I like the foundation layering going on in the middle.
Yeah, I
like
can see another one
I
over there.
guess outermost ring of foundations have like one top, one bottom, and just repeating. I know actually there are layers of 3 even.
Yeah, they're clipping because
Yeah.
otherwise we wouldn't get the circular effects.
Yeah. But then also using that as a frame of reference for just again having symmetry. So nice little tiki tent. Oh,
Oh.
oh yes, another returner from last week.
Wait, is this this feels like a reference to something. Is that one of the ducks that they made last a couple of weeks ago?
They made an octopus last week, I remember. Muted artist player.
Oh, the terrible duck. Yeah, right.
Yeah, and there was a ducky in tandem. Did Muted artist make Godzilla? No, who was that? Was that them? No.
It reminds me of a game. Like I can't figure out which one. Is it like Half-Life or something where like a big alien checks opens up the wall of a big building or can't remember. Godzilla, Duckzilla,
Quack
Quackzilla.
Ducks. I don't know. I just keep thinking of the game jam. No, I don't know.
Yeah, Doom Eternal, kinda, yeah.
Well, I'm drawing a complete blank. I don't think I've.
Or the Worlds, yeah, kinda, yeah. Attack on Titans, Quack on
Oh,
Titans.
that's a good one actually. Yeah, that's a good one when the Colossus just glimpses over the wall
Duck Tool, oh, that's pretty good.
with a pic of the entire duck, laying an egg and everything.
Oh shit, that's cute.
Yeah, you see that?
It's like its
An
nest.
actual egg.
What an egg! Oh shit, this looks cozy.
Yes. Shout out to the username Rodhan 2300. Maybe from FF14. A spin on Radhan. Maybe not. Or
I feel like you're
Raban even.
really fishing for the
No.
Final Fantasy references here.
no. What are you talking about? I would never. But yeah, this is very cute.
This is
Let's
fun.
get this collected.
So I guess this is a nuclear waste.
Oh wait, put the fuel in
disposal
first.
facility or something.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. You'll have a very funny peek on the inside soon about that. But yeah, it looks very cute, very just like settled. But then inside, it's very like in a good way, it's quite stone cold, like dark, gloomy. You know, this is just a repository for nuclear waste.
I can hear the crackling sound.
And then the best part is here. So, in order to not get like sucked down accidentally down this pipe, which goes down like I think they said 200 meters,
Oh, turns out I've already
and
got
takes
that
you
one.
straight to radiation. It's powered by its own little supply switch over there, which you have to turn on yourself if you want to go visit.
Final destination.
And then if you do opt to actually hop in and check it out, then yeah, you end up down here. And just,
The spicy
I don't know,
room.
yeah, get to. There was one picture in the thread on Reddit with the HUD turned on. I just opted to not show that for maybe I'm not sure how sensitive people to spoilers. For like mats and shit for phase 4. But that also showed you like a nice little radiation bar just going up, 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 up.
Nice.
Yeah, so being down here is bad. Bad for your health.
Bad. Bad. Go back up.
Bad. We had a shout, I think 2, maybe 3 streams ago for brutalism design. Yeah, which is just design, not necessarily like brutal as in violent or aggressive,
But it
rather just,
could
like,
be.
Oh, it could be. I mean, if you're anything like you, I guess.
Brutalism? That has to be a thing.
Maybe there should be blood on the walls, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get some like proper gory paint job, but no, like more just like a chopped up and asymmetrical, but still very clean design. And this was a nice little shout to that. Shot Elk also made something last week, which was the uranium spider factory. You know that that one with the big spider and the road stuck in a spider web, which was sick, actually. Yeah. Yeah, they are back with just a very clean, nice-looking factory. Again, I just appreciate the. I keep coming back to when I try to design anything, it will always turn out to be a square block, but then even then, like from there, it will maybe sprawl a bit, but never be like, creative in any way. It's just gonna be like a standard box or circle shape somehow. So how people can make something like this functional. Again, back to the discussion of are factories like this actually functional, or do they just look the part? But just making this in the first place is I don't know. It's sick, man.
You gotta check out some of the YouTubers that have videos on this.
I need to hang out on YouTube more. I've started lurking on Twitch, but even then I'm just focused on something else while watching, so I'm kind of bad at
Yeah. There's a couple of video guides on how to like set up design. We'll come to that in a second. We'll talk about season highlights.
Yeah. Oh, did we just get raided?
Heck yeah. Falco.
Yeah, Falco, thank you. Yeah, moving on with the highlights.
What the fuck is this?
There's your laser.
That's a laser, all right.
No hog parts.
That's the second laser.
That's
That's the second biggest laser I've ever seen.
Kaboom!
This modded. This looks like it's modded.
This is modded. This is modded. Yes. Alex test satis. Oh, it's close. I mean, it looks awesome for the fact. Like I just saw this and I was like, yes, this goes in.
Can we turn around and see what it's shooting?
No, unfortunately, we only have this one picture from. They only had this one. Yeah.
I hope it's the manta. Cause that manta has been up to no good. I can tell.
The first comment on the thread, not from OP, is this is perfect to take down the moth circling around my base. So, yeah. The mod is. I dug it out. The mod is refined power game.
Oh, is this refined power? What is? Do you know what it does? Is it an actual like building that does something, or?
I think they mentioned this was the Icarus railgun, so maybe this gun comes like I don't know, somehow pre-made.
I didn't know that was in the refined power mod, but that's fine.
It's a particle accelerator.
Yeah.
Is it actually? Yeah.
Is that what it does? Produces? It shoots lasers. All right, I got that part.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I got that part.
If you open your eyes, you might spot something. Is the cannon actually like breaking down? You see the smoke like in the close to the pipe's end of the cannon? Yeah, I wonder if that's supposed to be there. Can it like overheat and break down if
it's the smelly part of the railgun.
The smelly part.
Yeah.
How do you know that a railgun has a smelly part?
Because it's got the smoke.
Oh, have you seen a railgun fire in real life?
I don't think so.
No, me neither. That would be cool.
I'm watching it right now though. in 1 FPS per second.
Just imagining it hits that moth square in the head.
Oh yeah.
Splatting.
This is before the shot.
Another thread that I wish provided more than one picture, because this one shot is actually crazy pretty. Simply very pretty. But Alex88FR just showing off some very pretty biome color as well as just a city sprawling around it.
Alex is a frequent one on the hot community highlights. And yeah, they've got a big city going on.
Yeah. that's also a good thing. Like for me, like names are starting to ring a bell. Like even before I check the previous weeks, you know, cheating on Excel, I can already tell that Elk made the spider last week, or Artist made the octopus, and so forth, so forth. So it's starting to stick. Like names are recurring, and it's insane. Again,
Yeah, to keep it up.
how people make like multiple things that are insane. Because I don't know, like making that spider factory for me would take like half a year, and then I would be pretty much done with the game. I feel after that.
I mean, I wouldn't be
It's
surprised if
just me.
Alex spent half a year on this, because Alex actually had a long save going for a long time,
Oh,
and I wonder if it's the same save.
pretty awesome.
But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Should
Got a lot of stuff.
get nut munching
Yeah.
before.
I guess it's just, I say just,
Yeah,
but it's supposed to be like a city, because there was no actual description of what's going on here. Just
It's just
the
a smiley face.
yeah, a smiley face and the color appreciation.
Yep, that's Alex.
That's Alex.
Gotta keep it a mystery.
Yeah, this one is special to me actually. So right now I am still very much picking up pace, and I'm having a good time finally, like having the what's it like? I can basically, I'm slow at the building part, but I can very easily in my head at this point kind of figure out like, okay, I need this many of this to produce this, and then combine with this and this and this. But it never actually struck me ever, especially with pipes, this picture and the next one, that coloring them in different colors depending on what's flowing in them is such a brilliant way of just telling in a flash, oh okay, there's oil here or water here or whatever. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
that's actually so smart. And it's like, it had never struck me that colors could be used for anything other than aesthetics.
you can also see it on the indicator on the pipes, because they also have
Oh.
colors.
Oh, but like, I don't know, do you spend that much time close to your pipes? It's like,
Well,
I guess when you build them,
When
sure,
you build them, you know what's in them, I hope.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. But then you come back and it's like, especially when they twist and turn like mine tend to. I right now I have no more oil pipes because I'm redoing the oil part to get up the refinery. But this is something to keep in mind for when I actually get back to producing the parts that will finally launch me to
Oh,
phase 4.
He's in a chat now. He's redoing stuff in the game. Oh, you know
This is only the
he's lost it.
this is only the 86th time or something.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
You never stop redoing
No.
everything.
Oh, please get me out of this hellhole.
Yeah.
Can we make another game? One that I'm good at. I saw muted artist shout out Mario Kart in chat earlier, and of course, I could not see this and be like, yeah, this is.
Oh wait, this is
goes
the
in.
actual layout of the Super Nintendo version.
Yep. It is. Oh no, don't worry about spoilers. Don't worry about spoilers.
Oh heck yeah! Spoilers from a game that was released like fucking 30 years ago or something.
You had no
four,
idea
yeah.
this was going in here. But yeah, just like we had another highlight a couple of weeks back, 2 or 3 weeks back, that had a sign, a satisfactory sign, made in like an 8-bit effect. That made it look all retro-y and pixely. And again, just another spin on being creative, like making stuff that calls back so well to this kind of graphical style.
Yeah.
Because this is very cute. I like this a lot, and I would absolutely want to race here.
This is very like accurate, actually. Really accurate.
I haven't played the original Mario Kart in like 20 years now. I played the first game content, so let's say.
You need to set up 2 explorers and race this.
Yeah. Didn't they include? I had Mario Kart 8, like.
Yeah,
most
we were
people
aiming
do
for that.
with a Switch. Don't they have like tracks from the older games in that game? Like a couple
yeah,
of
I think they have. I think they
Cupstar-
have the Boo stage, and I think that's the
Yeah.
only one from this era.
Because I think they have one from Double Dash as well, which is the one I played the most when I was a kid.
Double Dash probably also had the Boo stage. I think. I can't remember.
It did. It had a Boo battle stage. At
I don't
least,
know if
when
they
you
ever
pop each of
remade
his
this
balloons.
one.
Yeah, I don't recall any like 8-bitty stages off the top of my head from 8, but whatever. It's an awesome throwback anyway, and just very nostalgically cozy to see the pixel
The
and then a
pixel.
garage. Yeah. See, they even have cars prepared. If
Oh,
you want to
shit.
race here. I'm hoping.
What they didn't show you in Super Mario Kart
Is what?
is
Oh,
this.
the garage.
Yeah, the garage.
Yeah, and then the ramp up the.
Oh,
blue
did they
stage
make the
is ready to
podium
go.
as well? It'd be funny if they made the fish and all that shit.
Oh, I didn't see that. Wait, there was one picture. I don't think so. No. Oh, they made the. Wait. Maybe they did. Anyway, yeah, it's too late. It's too late now. It's too late now.
They did
but-
make the stadium.
Yeah. Oh, they did.
Steph Mixo is here in chat.
Yeah.
Go back one picture.
Go back to.
Is
This
it,
one.
Well,
is it
I'm
this
not
one up
going
here?
near the
It
cave.
might be the angle. The podium up here.
Oh, am I just legally blind?
I'll add the fish in the background. Boop, 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 boop.
On top of the big tree. Why's it up there?
Breaking news from Earth. Widespread
Oh
chaos
yeah, I
and
see it. I see
Yeah.
it.
President,
Yeah.
which is also
Yeah, I do see it.
Actually, the fish would be here, I
and
guess, or
harvest
whatever.
alien
You get it.
artifacts.
Yeah. Oh,
Very nice.
very, very cool. And
Fish.
then, I might make this a thing. Weekly spaghetti.
Oh my god.
What a name. Weekly spaghetti. Because I love spaghetti as well.
What a save!
Dude, spaghetti has its own kind of charm. Yeah, I mean this is pretty impressive like on its own. Just the scale of it, the size of it, just getting anything done here, and there is symmetry going on.
I
in
mean,
some
if it
buildings.
works, it works, right?
Yeah.
We should make a community like montage of just people's spaghetti factories.
Something I can finally partake in.
But it's got to be this type of spaghetti, you know. It's got to be
Yeah.
absolute chaos.
So not quite yet. Then.
We'll
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah.
You
but
should
I do.
you should aspire for this now,
Right,
Mickey.
well,
You should
see
aspire to build
one
something
down
like this.
there,
Instead of
and
trying to go
also
neat, you should try and aspire for this instead. Go the other
way
route.
over here.
I mean, you saw what I tried to do yesterday, just for the fun of it. The
Yeah.
the huge.
Yeah, you
ass
have the
lift.
potential.
I have the potential. It's lurking in the summer. Thank you. Those are actually big words.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
thank
yeah.
you for that. Because I am, though I'm making progress, I am doubting myself sometimes.
But if you make it
but
like
one thing-
this, honestly, it is actually pretty legit, like, tip for the game or whatever. Because I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of people might get very, like, they look at what people are doing on the Reddit and, like, the amount of time people spend in the game.
Yeah.
And, like, really... And I also see people that, like, refactoring constantly. Like, I think I have, on my current save, I'm thinking I'm, like, 70 hours in, and I'm, like, almost at the end of the game. So, like, you can
Okay.
definitely speed through the game if we don't focus too much on, like, the fact that, oh, I gotta spend hours on making everything look good and neat and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if you just build shit, you'll
Yeah.
get it done. You'll get there. So, like, honestly, like, seeing this shit, like, is actually kind of inspiring. because I
3
feel like
cliff hogs.
if people just want to play the game and, like, get to a point where they're done with the game, so to speak, like, this is the best way to do it, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, just embrace the spaghetti full on, head on,
And then just
because it's still impressive, you know. Like, there's still a lot of
It
effort
is.
that goes into this.
yeah, a big shout out for this is the fact that one, the fact that it works, and two, the fact that you actually stick with it without getting like lost in it entirely, because as what the name like went on building this, I'm assuming they actually like, I mean, sure you get lost sometimes just with what goes where, but in the grand scheme, like you still keep track of what's happening here and like what's being made, and they see it through, and end results, like yeah, if you produce what you need and if you get it done, then
Yeah, if you get
That's
shit
GG.
done,
yeah,
then
that's
you get shit
GG.
done.
Yeah,
Very
so
nice.
that's the I'm gonna go ahead and say that's the mandatory spaghetti shout out for the week.
Very nice.
Yes, and I believe that's
That
the
is
end
it.
of it.
Yeah.
That is the end of it for
Alright.
this week.
All right, Mikael, take it away. All right. That's not
Don't
what I
fire
meant.
me, please. Don't fire me, please.
All right.
No. So yeah, thank you so much for the submissions. Thank you so much for the content. It's always inspiring to see. It's always great to just, I mean, jaw drop, to laugh at, to have fun with all of what you guys are doing. And please, if you want something to be shared in the future, do not hesitate to just upload your work. It can be crazy awesome. It can be crazy creative, crazy fun, crazy cute. Just get it up there on Twitter, sorry, X, or Reddit with the
See,
hashtag.
this is the
on
kind
Twitter.
of reason why I should actually
Satisfactory screenshots.
invest in
and then
the
with the screenshot flare on Reddit.
rifle
Yeah,
research.
he did it, everybody. He did it.
I practiced. I did practice it like for like 15 years.
He managed to say the thing.
I even articulated it, most of it correct. Articulated most of it correctly. I
Most.
twisted it. No!
Ah.
Not that. Not the very.
A for effort.
I did practice.
All right.
Fix it.
But yeah, very cool. We also would like to highlight a content creator each week, and this week is no exception, except it is not. That makes sense in someone's head. This week I want to highlight Kylo Builds, he's on the YouTube and he's on the Twitch. They have sort of a couple of like sort of showcasing videos, a couple of videos that are like sort of tutorials. They also stream building these stuff.
See, I'm
They're mostly
hearing
into the whole design aspect of things. They have
stomping
three
audio,
factories. So we're
which
gonna
makes
check
me
out a
think.
little,
Yep, there it
little
is.
snippet from one of their videos on YouTube.
And this is one set of blueprints that we're using currently right here, which is a refinery set. I've showed off variants of this before, and something I'm really happy about with this build is that we're not using the same exact type of refineries that we would on other buildings. In previous blueprints, we've kind of flushed up the edge of the refineries, and they're pretty much hidden almost completely. But these are a bit more exposed and have a bit more kind of factory feel to them this time. I've shown off this variant of blueprint before with the underlighting here because we have two levels in this factory. We kind of built that into the blueprint, as you can see right here, and that acts as the ceiling lighting on this bottom floor here. All of these refineries right here are responsible for making the heavy oil residue that we need, and then also refining the resin that it makes as a byproduct, which is what is going to happen on these last 5 here. So super simple stuff here, and all of this heavy oil is going to get mixed with that water that we saw kind of in the bottom there, and get mixed in these blenders. Now there are 16 blenders in the factory, but only
empty,
are showing
like one of
we're
the empty
stacking
ones.
these ones on top of a set below it, just for like the purpose of saving space here, because we don't have a ton of extra space for all these blenders as they are kind of big. I was experimenting with some lighting here. We'll probably end up doing some variant of this to kind of illuminate these and kind of make this pit glow a little bit, and I think a red touch will be kind of nice with the yellow around it, and we got some orange over here. Again, the color scheme for this build is red, obviously, because turbo fuel, but we also have orange and yellow mixed in there as well. And then the black and white are neutral colors that will kind of go with anything. And I really do have to say the white coated concrete is just phenomenal, man. I love this floor now. It looks really good. Coming up to the second floor up here, the only access we really have is for anything with refineries, so our assembly lines don't have a second floor, although we do have the ability to add more in the future if that's something we want to pursue. So that option is open for us. Remember, make sure to subscribe if you're enjoying this build and want to see more builds in the future. Also, remember that everything you see
Oh,
here
I remember
is
being
live streamed
here
on
during
both
the
YouTube and Twitch,
previous
so you can
playthrough.
view on whichever platform you prefer.
Heck yeah, I didn't need to shout them out. I forgot I added that part. So check out their content. It's like they've got a lot of really cool builds.
There it is.
And they also like incorporate the blueprint designer a lot in some of the stuff. And I believe some of them are available to download. So highly recommend checking them out. They do the pretties, the pretty factories. They do what I don't have no like. They do the thing that I don't have the energy to do, which is make everything prettified.
What's your current mindset in Place Factor? Like when you play, are you just trying to speed run and get faster and faster, or like are you trying to like learn how to?
so like my philosophy or whatever to play this game is that you wanna like get to tier 7 and 8 as fast as possible. I think.
Okay.
And because like once you get there, that's when you unlock like the faster belt speeds, and that's essentially when you can take advantage of everything that exists in the world properly.
Okay.
So I like to build things, and also I feel like a lot of people, one common mistake that I see a lot of people, man, you're getting all the free tips right now.
Yeah.
But like I feel like
Yeah.
a common mistake that I often see people do is that they tend to over-engineer too early. So like they spend too much time setting up like a big steel production, but for what you need it for, you're already overproducing. Because like the thing that is important in the beginning is like you want to produce parts at a rate of which you're using them. So if you're building like another factory, you want to have a factory that produces parts at the same speed or slightly above of what you're building. And one thing I see commonly people do is that they overproduce items and they stack them in like, you know, in storage containers or in like
Yeah.
sinking them, where they could just reuse a lot of stuff. So like even when I started out in my latest save, I realized that like I could just set up a save file where I produce like iron plates, and then I put them in a container, and then have like a smart splitter. Just like once the container is filled, I'll output that to my next production line, which uses iron plates. And like you can get along pretty fine with just doing that, because like you don't build faster than you produce parts.
Yeah.
And like for awesome thing shit, you can always go and hunt for animals, and that's like the fastest way to get awesome thing. So like even in the awesome thing discussion, like you can still just like
Just pausing that to enjoy the soundtrack that I rarely get to hear. Because like I'm like, you know, really out in this area, so it just doesn't come up. Anyway. So if I need 200 megawatts, I'm going to need 7 biomass burners. It's interesting sky colours, almost like Cherenkov radiation. The blue is like, yeah, that's looks like radioactive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I miscount? I thought I placed 7. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so now we plug that in. Seven. I think this might have been one of the locations I played during my previous playthrough where I accidentally, well, either I crashed or I accidentally picked up some plant parts. because I remember having to do this area twice. It could also possibly be that I die because, you know, nuclear cliff hog. Bit of a tough cookie. In the area of inventory slots, which means well, in the area of inventory slots coming up in RNG, which means we're kind of getting into the territory of running out of shit to actually unlock. Let's go for the non-beacon nuclear parts. So if I'd planned this properly, what I would have done was bring the say quantum computer and superposition oscillator out with this, because I know that somewhere in the north side of the swamp is one of the crash sites that needs the Fixmas parts. It's times like these in this biome I wish we had a fast travel option. Right, well, we know there's alpha stingers in the swamp, so even traversing in that direction is going to be risky business. So go stand over here to quietly. So, like, I'm thinking, oh, if I exit. Was that just like a random mechanical saw sound there? Okay. I do get the feeling that the new, I say new, it's been here a while, that the sky is more tuned for like this biome, because it looks a lot nicer over here at night than it does out in the Rocky Desert. Anyway, yes, brain. So I was thinking, oh, maybe I could like exit through Dune Desert, then I'll be able to collect some of the drives that I know are there. That feels kind of counterintuitive, and the limited foreknowledge thing means I can't rely on the fact that I know that there's a like a bank I can climb on the other side of the waterfall. Yeah, I don't really want to go after the crash sites in the swamp. I know there's one like halfway up the waterfall as well, but let's see. Yeah. So yeah, there's an incline over there which you can use to get out of the place, but there's all the alpha stingers in here. I just don't want to go near. It's one of those like things I advise for new players. It's like, don't go into forests at night. That's when all the alpha stingers come out to play. Oh fuck. See what I mean? I think I made the exact same mistake last time. Alright, that might be that one that's getting picked up. If my plan is to err more on the side of let's get the hell out of here, I'm not entirely sure why I've got the object scanner open. Oh wait, there we go. Zoom this.
Get a lot of stuff from the awesome shop by doing that. I produce like and one thing I see commonly people do and it's available to download, so highly recommend checking them out. They do the pretty factories. They do what I don't have they do the thing that I don't have the energy to do, which is make everything prettified.
What's your current mindset in Satisfactory? Like when you play, are you just trying to speed run and get faster and faster, or like are you trying to like learn how to?
so like my philosophy or whatever when you play this game is that you want to like get to tier 7 and 8 as fast as possible, I think.
Okay.
And because like once you get there, that's when you unlock like the faster belt speeds, and that's essentially when you can take advantage of everything that exists in the world properly.
Okay.
So I like to build things, and also I feel like a lot of people, one common mistake that I see a lot of people, man, you're getting all the free tips right now.
Yeah.
But like I feel like
yeah.
a common mistake that I often see people do is that they tend to over-engineer too early. So like
Thomas looks weird.
they spend too much time setting up like a
Oh,
big
sliding down.
production,
Is alien
but
artifacts.
where for what you need it for, you're already overproducing. Because like the thing that is important in the beginning is like you want to produce parts at a rate of which you're using them. So if you're building like another factory, you want to have a factory that produces parts at the same speed or slightly above of what you're building. And one thing I see commonly people do is that they overproduce items and they stack them in like, you know, in storage containers or in like sinking them, where they could just reuse a lot of stuff. So like even when I started out in my latest save, I realized that like I could just set up a save file where I produce like iron plates, and then I put them in a container, and then have like a smart splitter. Just like once the container is filled, I'll output that to my next production line, which uses iron plates, and like you can get along pretty fine with just doing that, because like you don't build faster than you produce parts.
Yeah.
And like for awesome thing shit,
Didn't
you
notice
can
that
always
at
go and
first.
hunt for animals, and that's like
Yeah,
effectively
there's the,
awesome thing. So like even in the awesome
infamous
thing
mushroom.
discussion, like you can still just like
Jellyfish
get a lot
thing.
of stuff from the awesome shop by doing that, or sinking, I guess.
I
But
was
everyone
shit myself remote there because I thought that was a giant
radioactive
radioactive
cliff
cliff
that part, then definitely. But you're gonna get to a point in the game where you need to set up so complex like factory lines. So like you're gonna want to spend time doing that rather than spending time in the early game trying to like, you know, fish out. There's a reason why people always say that the game starts when you get to trains.
Yeah.
Because that's when you actually have access to everything.
Yeah. Zen Salami just poked that I always thought XS was the way to go, they said. And I guess they're getting worried about running out. That's my mindset exactly. Like once I start making shit like any materials, I can just never see myself at a point where I want to have less of it than what I've produced.
This is all technically
Yeah,
part
I
of
mean,
the
you wanna like, because it's the same. You can apply the
Community
same
highlights
sort of
segment.
mindset as you have with efficiency, as you have with your
Yeah.
own production. So like, if you're producing parts that you're supposed to use to build stuff, if you're not building faster than what you're producing, then you're overcompensating. Is what I think.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people spend too much time and getting like sort of burned out by the game because they spend too much time on like that part of the game rather than like keep progressing, because the end game is really when the grind comes. And that's when you're sort of
felt the,
solving the big problems.
I felt the grind when I was sitting at my coal gens.
Yeah, and the cold gens is like, that's early game. That's like
Ooh,
tutorial,
yeah.
essentially. in
Yeah.
Comparison. When you get to like the phase 4 shit,
Oof.
or like even phase 3 actually is a lot of effort. Just setting
my
up the
pipe journey, man. Like, oh.
Yeah.
feels a bit weird that I would
And
handcraft the
My
back
latest
powder
save
but
file,
not
I've
go
also
out
done a lot of
and
stuff where I
handcraft
keep moving
crystal
everything
oscillator.
between. So like I don't use trains, but
Yeah.
but I've built like big buses, which is a lot of effort because you need to pull a lot of conveyor belts.
Right.
But I've
right,
done
right.
like outposts where I have like a big bus of all my items that I'm producing, and then I'm just moving them from one container area to another, so I don't have to run back and forth as much.
Mhm.
I just need to run back to my outposts and get it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's pretty sweet.
Those are good nuggets. I'll take that with me.
Yeah.
And forget it tomorrow.
But that's just how I build. I think if you want to just like finish the game fast, I think there are better ways to play. Honestly, I think the most the most relaxing I've ever played with Satisfactory is when you don't care about spaghetti and just like build everywhere and compare and just get machines done. Because oftentimes I've seen people that have done that and they're like in the way late tier game very early.
Yeah.
Because they don't spend as much time over engineering what they built.
They just wrecking ball the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's all a journey, man. It's not about the destination always. I still haven't finished everything in the game. And
Yeah.
I have like way too many hours.
hmm Despite everything, we can actually touch on that a bit. Despite everything, the game is very fun. It gets better and better and better the more you, in my opinion, the more you unlock, and also at the same time, the more you figure out that optimizing.
Well, I'm not touching that
is-
one. I do
Okay,
think
so
I
a
actually
concrete example then.
need to invest in the
What
rifle.
optimizing is like
Because trying to
Just
scatter
finding
shot
the first time in tier.
all of
this was
the
tier not too long ago, like
snowballs, just
4 or 5,
big no.
a fair bit after having MK3 belts unlocked. A very simple scene, a very simple thing, but just in the northern forest with that little cove or whatever with 3 or 4 pure iron nodes.
Yeah.
Just making space for all of those miners, Mark II miners, connect to 8 smelters each with Mark III belts, and having this perfect flow of ore just going and going and going, and just having all of the green lamps lit up, and then having the smelters connected to the appropriate amount of constructors for rods into screws or just plates. Again, very basic stuff with tier 5 especially, just very basic stuff, but just having all that set up and all that like flowing perfectly and with all those green lights, that in itself was a reward. And just figuring out that kind of stuff, hopefully earlier than I did with these base mats, but even then, figuring out that achieving a perfect flow can be, even though it might not be like the most optimal way to learn the game and eventually reach tier 7 and 8 if you want to make spaghetti, but that little like just nugget of gameplay is such a nice just washing over feeling to experience. And then there are
I've got
moments
Rebounds
like that.
Petro Coke
Some
down on my
about
to-do
optimization,
list,
and some about stuff like entirely other stuff.
but I don't know when I'm rebalancing it to.
They all
And
come
I'm
together
like,
to
I'm
make,
finding myself at the
you
Petro
feel
Coke
like you learned
facility,
something
and
about
like
the game.
I
that
can't
makes
really
it
do much with
very
it
fun
now
to come back and keep playing.
because I don't know what number to be rebalancing.
despite
Blah, 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 blah,
me
blah.
being-
Don't know what number to
and
be
then also, like,
rebalancing
as
it to.
I mean, for God's sake, I play like 2 MMO games, and in like RPGs, I tend to always want to min-max my stats. I tend to always want to make sure my build is crisp perfect for like the 3rd boss of Elden Ring, who you can sneeze at and he dies, and just make sure everything is absolutely, just polished to a T before going in there. Like, with that mindset, this game becomes an extremely slow burn, but sometimes sticking with
Okay,
that,
this
sometimes learning
talking
using
bit
that.
is going on for that long that it would feel really weird to leave it in as the outro to the community highlights segment. So I'm gonna cut it.
In the
It's like once you get there, that's when you unlock. Is that
the only open
they do the pretty factories. They do what I don't have no like. They do the thing that I don't have the energy to do, which is make everything prettified.
What's your what?
Factories. They do the. Highly recommend checking them out. They do the pretties. They do the pretties.
Is that like an 8-minute outro for the community highlight segment? Seems excessive, but community managers rambling for 8 minutes about subject matter specific to the game. Good content.
The pretty factories. They do what I don't have no factories. The pretty factory. They do. They do the pretties. The pretty factories. They do what I don't have no like. They do the thing that I don't have the energy to do, which is make everything prettified.
What? is also a learning experience and also a very just like fun journey to go through.
Yeah.
So it is
we
a
go.
fantastic find, even though I'm a slow player.
Yeah.
TLDR.
One thing I really enjoyed when I was pretty early on, there's something called the 5x5 challenge, where you're
Yeah.
only allowed to build within a 5x5 grid in like a tower. So you're not allowed to build any big factories essentially, and that's sort of when I learned that like, wow, you can really progress really fast because you can't make things perfect, and you have to like sort of, you know, when you're building, because I fit like coal generators and shit like that in the tower, like you can only have so many, and then you think like, oh, I have to reuse parts and that kind of stuff. So like when
Build upwards.
so when I limited myself for that, it really made me appreciate how like you can keep going even though you don't finish everything.
So could you do it in 5 times 5 times 5?
No, probably not. That tower was huge. This was also before we had advanced clipping, so like before we had soft clipping and that stuff. So it was much harder back then. So I haven't tried it since. So I guess it's a 4x4 is the new 5x5 exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, the Clipper designer says it's only 4x4.
Well, that sounds hot actually. Yeah.
It's fun, but it's like a separate playthrough kind of
Yeah.
deal. Now I just want to finish the game. All right, we're gonna jump into some good old Q&A.
Hell yeah.
Some good old. All right. All right. We're gonna jump into some good old Q&A.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so we've got switching scenes. So, what do we need to take back out with us when we do another one? 4 crystal oscillators. I think at this stage in the game I might leave fuse modular frames as is. And you only use like the alt on the space elevator factory. I thought I had more stash bins than just like the one over at the plate side. You know what I haven't done in a while that I kept on saying I would do? I haven't checked what me resource efficiency actually is. Here we go. So I'm undersupplying water to something. Basically, anywhere like you see stuff like this where I'm oversupplying, that's where I'm like warehousing shit. So I'm undersupplying copper ingots somehow. Lovely. That'll be byproducts rather than warehousing. I'm hoping that's steel and not gold gems. That's kind of intentional. So I'm not fussed about that one. I feel like that shouldn't be displaying as a thumbs down. Yeah, so there's a bunch of places where I'm undersupplying shit. Yeah, it's an acceptable level of inefficiency, I would say. Right, something went ding while I was in there. Cooling device. I think I'm using, like, I don't think I'm not using. I think I'm set up for that. So I actually want to go inspect that one. So we're gonna be pulling up the wiki for cooling system. Yeah, so we're already sending nitrogen gas over. There's the stuff going out as well. Right. So I thought there was another alt for cooling system. I don't know where that got that stuck in my head from. So take 6 off and then add 3.75. Divide that by 3.75. Times by 9.375. So we're going to need more heatsink. The rubber is going to get taken out, and the mortar's already being produced. Yeah, this is going to take out the water. So it's going to be 60.75 packaged. Is that... I hope that's annotated as unpackaged gas. Because that seems excessive if it's packaged gas. Divided by 6 times 150. Yeah, that's an unpackaged gas. That was from Discord. Ignore that. I was directing somebody to the wiki. I didn't want to say. I didn't want to just say the wiki because I think fandom still being lying sacks of shit. Brain. So 22.5 minus 6 plus 3.75 divided by 3.75 times by 45. So yeah, it's going to use less nitrogen gas, and it's going to eliminate the water consumption. So even though it's going to use more heatsink, I am happy with that. So we should reflow heatsink first. And we've already switched over to the rubber alt, so we must have done that on purpose. I think you set that to 50.625. So that's still going to be 6. 84.375. Did I count that correctly? Yep. $151.875. For 9.875. There we go. Mark 4, so we good there. However, do I need to change that building? That should be Mark 3 on both. Is this leftovers from the default recipe, or did I run out of Mark 3 building? Yes, that's fine for Mark 1 as long as that's Mark 2. That should probably not be Mark 1. No, 50.65, yeah, that's fine. Right. Notepad time. That hasn't been updated in a while. 65. 49.875. Aluminium casing. Rubber. So the next thing to change is casing. I've got the radio control unit alt as well. Right, drive's all gone. 49.875. Is it going to be 4? It's going to be a recursive number. Five, 4, 6.5. 273.25. Right, 1.0834. think we're going to leave that one open for a bit because I want to have a look at the radio control unit alt. And I wasn't really paying attention to all of the alts that I got. I know I got the heavy modular frame alt. I avoided the fuse modular frame alt, and I avoided the space elevator alts. So we're working on doing that one. We've already switched to that one. And that one. Yeah, so really what I want to do is I want to see if this is going to result in less casing than that, which I think is what I'm using at the moment. Because if it results in less casing, that's going to be a net gain. I don't know if this will have knock-on effects to the space elevator factory, but yeah, we'll see. Right, so 15.25 minus 2.5. Oh, hang on a second, I'm not even using the other alt. That's weird. I've got all the alts now, so I've got maximum flexibility. Cool. So let's do this bit in Skim, because it's going to be quicker. To just slap the numbers into Skim and just look at casing. Like, and just ignore everything else. So we want to have 15.25 on the default recipe. We've got 244 there. And then for the other casing alt, it's going to be 15.25 minus 2.5 plus 4.5. I can't do math. 17.25. So that uses more casing. Now, heatsink, we want to make sure is already set to the casing alt. And then this number is going going to be plus 3.75. 16.5. Right, so that uses 198 casing. So that's going to be a net reduction in aluminium ingots. So we need to change this to 3.75. So 3.75 divided by 3.75 times 15. Why am I doing it that way? I'm doing math, terrible math. Just copy the numbers over. 7.5 high-speed connector. And 45 unit a minute quartz crystal. I don't know if that's going to be a net increase or a net decrease in quartz, but I don't really care enough to check. Now it does look like we're sipping raw quartz in. Okay, so we're going to knock these open. Now that being the same number, we can just copy the signage straight over. We've got 9 divided by 3.75. Times 15. It's got 36 heatsink. High-speed connector and 108 quartz crystal. So first things first, let's go dismantle the computer manifold. Should have a balcony on it. Let's get some sign parts. Yeah, so this is the stuff I was on about a few streams ago. These beams, sorry, these frames are aligned to the belts, so they're like not flush. So you can't like walk off, which can lead to falling down the gap, which could lead to careless splattage. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna prefer, well, I'm gonna try prefer and sticking to the way I've done it over there, where it's aligned to the top of the beam frame thing. Be doing some Q&A stuff in the background while I'm doing this bit, because I hadn't expected to have me attention captured for so long after the Q&A.
Where's my thing? And y'all got some Qs, and we'll maybe have some As.
Do the command.
Alright. Can we please get some more music tracks for the boombox? Alright. Can we please get some more music tracks for the boombox? I think we. Can we please get some more music tracks for the boombox? I think we can. I think. Wait. I can't remember if we've added more for 1.0, but it's possible. I think the issue is always music licensing. Because like we've used all the music that we have licensing rights to, like within Coffee State. So like it's tricky. It's music licensing is tricky as hell.
However,
Alright.
I do need a dumping site for all of my singing practice. Ooh.
That was a threat, everyone, by the way.
Whoa.
If you don't behave, Nickel will add your music to the game. You said you will announce any recipe or balancing changes early to come.
6.5625. See, and this is why I tend not to clip the Q&A segment on stream anymore.
Your music for the game.
So yeah, I think that's just gonna have to be it because I can't be like concentrating on doing live stream clipping and like reflow and signage at the same time. Hello. Yeah, I've not updated the radio control unit bit, have I? Okay. Well, we can update this. Hello from England. .5, 625, 17.5, 6.5, 625, there we go. Well, I would not recommend coming back. I would imagine the New Zealand weather, healthcare, and just general situation is preferable to living in England, despite being like New Zealand being an earthquake zone. Right, so I'm removing that manifold, I think. Yes. Yeah, but you had a competently managed COVID response, as opposed to the fuckwits we had over here. Okay, so I've got to dismantle that and reclock that. So let's start by dismantling this. Yeah, but don't you have like cheaper power generation in New Zealand? Oh, well, I'm guessing not. Yeah, but I would have thought being a island nation, you would have had more offshore wind farms and tidal power nonsense. Well, if I check the smart meter, let's have a look. Me just being awake for like 3 hours and like 8.5 hours of electricity usage is £2.42. How do I get the toggle screens? Okay, 11.55 kilowatt hours so far today. Trying to get it onto the screen where it shows us. Hey, here we go. So we're only on Wednesday and it's £7.52 the electric. Oh, if you're doing it in correspondence to actual income, and that's where the math gets relatively more complicated because you have to do actual economic crap, like actual economic comparisons. I know in that general region you have issues with the economy being slightly screwed with import duties. Yeah, that's the thing I was on about. When did the floor get deleted? Yeah, so like the thing that I'm on about with like me bills here. So I'm on like fully electric household. There's no gas in this building, so I've got storage heaters, which you cannot get. Apparently, you can't get smart storage heaters. Because what I would like to be able to do is have more direct control over my storage heaters, and just say like have a robot fiddle with it, so I don't have to adjust it myself, because I only really need the heating on if it's below between 8 and 12 degrees Celsius for an extended period of time. But because it's storage heaters, I need to turn them on like the day before, which means I'm like wasting electricity. And also I'm not convinced it's actually on a correct clock. So I've got no idea if it's taking full advantage of the Economy 7 tariff where my electricity is cheaper at night. Do you inherit the issue with Australia having censored games? Because I would imagine your retail stuff's going to come from Australian territories. Can't match all connections. Oh well, let's just disconnect the damn thing. There we go. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm on about. Let's see. Australian game censorship. Let's see, list of banned games in Australia. And I'm going to see if I can find any that I actually recognise. Oh, Wasteland 3 got banned. Because of drug use. But it's now 18 plus. South Park got banned because obvious reasons. Witcher 2 got banned because sexuality and nudity in relation to incentives and rewards. It says a side quest was given an edit where choice to accept sex as a reward is automatically turned down. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of like trash games that you're not surprised that they got banned. Yeah, Disco Elysium got banned. all that kind of stuff. Yeah, yeah. Like that's the thing I was on about by having like the economic issues with the imports. Which I'm kind of surprised didn't go away with the transition to digital sales, because then you don't have, you know, import duties to contend with. I know why that is, but it does seem weird. Okay, you talk about the cost of living. What's the minimum wage in New Zealand? So see how much a leg of lamb is as a percent, like as a multiple of minimum wage. And I'll just Google UK minimum wage. Right, so age 21 and over, it's 11.44. So if I think, actually no, the butcher's downstairs doesn't do lamb. Oh no, it does do lamb, apparently. At least it's come up when I've done a Google for leg of lamb near me. Well, one of the Google results for how much is the leg of lamb comes up with how much is a leg of lamb at Aldi, and it says weight range 1.5 to 3.5 kilogram, 22.72. Alright, so if we say like the 3.5 kilogram leg of lamb and assume that's the 22.72, and we divide that by the minimum wage of 11.44, so you get that. Whereas you're paying like, would you say $70 is for a 3.5 kilogram leg of lamb? I mean, like, even if it isn't, yeah, you're paying over twice as much for a leg of lamb. So, you know, fun. I do wonder, is it cheaper to be a vegetarian? I'm tempted to make a very offensive, like, joke question and say, well, you're from New Zealand. You must like potatoes because hobbits. How much is a sack of potatoes? I do apologise for that terrible joke. That's not a sack of potatoes, right? So 1 kilogram of baby potatoes is a pound. Yeah, food costs annoy the shit out of me. I remember when the economy was in a point where I could actually afford to feed myself on 12 quid a week. I wasn't really eating the healthiest at the time, but, you know, that's how much my weekly food shop was. I'm also old enough to remember when the bus fare between where I used to live and where I live now was like 20p. I'm 38, I think. I had this issue last year. I thought I was 38 and I wasn't, I was 37. Oh yeah, you remember decimalization then? I've still got I've got a copy of like the little collectible decimalization booklet that the mother got somewhere. I remember the switch over from the big 5p to the small 5p. And I remember, like when I was a little kid, finding like a discarded big 5p and then trying to go and get some pick and mix from the newsagents, and then it was like too far past the switchover time. They said, no, we're not accepting that. Yeah, we've got to reduce this number. Divided by 1.875. That doesn't need to be 6 anymore, but we're going to calculate it as 6. Oh, sorry, not 6. 8. It's better to take advantage of the underclocking than it is to faff around dismantling shit all the time. Getting back to the terrible Hobbit joke, does that not coincide with when they stopped filming the Hobbit? I have a terrible sense of humour, I do apologise. 43.75. It's not like the pop culture thing. It's more like the general meme of like New Zealand is hobbits. Although I do know you tend like Jace's Discord tends to like occasionally bring up the whole upside down text thing, but I don't think people tend to do that with New Zealanders. UK's gone downhill continuously because of the Conservative Party, so, you know, we've also been going downhill the last 12 years. Yeah, terrible jokes are amusing for a reason. Right, let's get this reclocked. Well, we reclocked it, we're now going to redo the signage. Well, that just copies over. Mostly copies over. Just got to shift the decimal place. Yeah, I do wonder if like I don't think it's something that you would do now that Jace has left, because I don't think we have any Australians left at Coffee Stain. But I do wonder if, like, if for the April Fool's Day they should change the Australian localization to render everything upside down. Let's see, 45.9375. Oh, and that is actually just copying that number over. So I mean, I got the number down on that wrong, so that didn't seem to go down as much. Yeah. 5.875 plus 6.565 plus 1.875. 14.3125. Times 18.75. $100.1875. I've got remove cable production down marked down on Crystal Oscillator, but I think I already did it. So in case you're wondering what I'm doing, I've got a notepad off screen because the internal note system doesn't have enough space for the currently 217 lines of production notes. Unit a minute of quartz. Is that raw quartz or is that quartz? That's quartz. Right. Quartz crystal. And 100.1875 unit a minute of rubber. And 114.3125 unit a minute of AI limiter. Alright. Let's go check the AI limiter. Okay, does it look like I'm going to be removing anything? Nope, just reclocking. Knock that down. I hope they add an alt for some of the recipes that don't have alts in 1.0, because it's a little bit dull not having like choices to make in here. Like the only choices you get for AI limiters at the moment is like how you put those two together. And for like copper sheet, you get two choices: steamed or unsteamed. And like quick wire, you get, is it 2 or 3 choices? I can't remember. And then you get like choices for how the ingots are put together as well. So, yeah. Anyway, brain. Numbers. Where's my numbers? Here we go. So we divide that by 5. Multiply by 25. 71.5625. And this should reduce the issue I found earlier where I wasn't making enough copper ingots. 286.25. Divide that by 10, divide by 5. 28.625. Oh, that's still there. I've dismantled the manifold previously, so I left a sync thing there. Oh, right, I forgot to dismiss the morning alarm for a moment. I have to turn the routine off as well. Although I think it's automatically turned the routine off because I had it turned off yesterday. Anyway, where were we? 28.625, here we go. So that's going from 7.5 megawatts to 2.9. Now at this stage in play, that reduction means very little, but it is an illustration of why I prefer to leave the larger manifolds in place and underclock them. Well, for me, it being 9 AM, it would normally be like the start of my morning routine, because I'd normally be waking up, but I've been awake for 4 hours. So what I'm likely to end up doing now is setting an alarm for lunch, get my morning routine done, and then go take a nap. Which I should probably be doing like sooner rather than later, because I had intended to be popping off earlier, but then I realised it's like, oh, some of these alts that I'll unlocked, which I was intending to only use with the Space Elevator Factory, I thought, I've got to, you know, do this shit. This is the joys of remote working. Last job I had, I got up 5 minutes before work, and my commute consisted of getting out of bed and going to the room next door. Whereas the longest delay I had when I was actually commuting was getting out the door at 7 AM and getting in for just before 9. So it's like 2 hours of me day. Well, 4 hours. No, yeah, just 2 hours, because I can't remember how long it actually took to get back, just because the morning thingies. 2 hours of me day, at least, every day, wasted that I'm not getting paid for. Yeah, I'm trying to find remote work, and a lot of the new jobs are saying, oh, we'll do hybrid, but only after you've passed probation. It's like, I've demonstrated that I'm a trustworthy employee for working remotely, but other people don't trust me. They have to learn to know me first. Yeah. Anyway, you sleep well. I'm gonna still potter about with this stuff. Alright, thanks for joining. See you later. $115.3125. 1.25. Divided by 60 times by 12, 92.25. Now, I know on one of these floors I accounted for quick wire being fused. I think that might just be stated though. So it might be convenient to switch back to that actually. Anyway, time to update the notepad again. So we got 23.0625 in total. Right, 115.3125 copper sheet and 92.25 Ethereum ingot. Right, let's see, stator. There it is. I might want to skim this one rather than math it. Right, so the current setup for this one is using both ingots to make fused wire. Whereas what we're considering now is we want to see, is it more efficient to use fused quick wire? I was going to turn this off and get a second tab open without having to faff around again. There we go. So, current setup. We're not going to put the full recipe things in because we only want to look at the numbers of copper ingots and deuterium ingots. So current setup is default stator, doing 52.7125. And the only thing we give a crap about at the moment is setting wire to fused. I mean, because you can see here, it goes from 211.35 to 56.36. Is that rounding up, messing with my numbers? Or is my math wrong? I've got 421.27. Crap. That's only do these numbers. So it's 40. So 52.7125 divided by 5 times 40. Yeah, that looks like a bug. Just gonna wait for autosave to finish, and I'm gonna manually put in the rounded up numbers and see what it comes out as. So, if we put in 713, yeah, that's off by, I know it's not much, but like 1 unit a minute of wire. Oh, no, yeah, you know why it's off? Because I left that on. Yeah, there's a bug in place. It's in my brain and not doing math correctly. Yeah, this is the kind of shit that I go on about sometimes. Where like when I start making mistakes, that's a sign I should come off and take a break. So yeah, the numbers are different on here. This is something I was referencing the other night of like if I want to make my own calculator type tools. Or if I want to do, well, it wasn't the other night. The other night was the Fix It Networks thing. It was several weeks or months ago that I was on about the calculator stuff. Skim renders that as 56.227 unit a minute, whereas I'm putting it down as 52.226 recurring a minute, which is what it actually is. Anyway. Switch recipes, so we're going to pull up stator, and it's going to be 52.7125 minus 5 plus 8, so 55.7125 stator. Set it to quick wire stator, and then we set quick wire to fused quick wire. Right, so there is a net reduction in steel, but there's not really an advantageous reduction in copper. Now this doesn't take into account copper ore would be reduced anyway because of the whole I'm using copper alloy ingot stuff. But I was hoping for like something a little bit more impressive than that. So basically once it's like quick wire stator, really nice. But it becomes useless as soon as I get fused copper wire. Yeah. Right, notepad shit. So we mess with crystal oscillator. Okay, I can check if I can double check if I removed the reinforced iron plate line. Because if I have, then I can remove it from the notepad so it's not bugging us. I was thinking for a second, why does that have screws coming up? Like, no, it's plastic. Yeah, so that has been removed, so we can take it off the notepad. Circuit boards produced externally. We've just done AI limiters. So now we hop back down to radio control unit. Right, what else have I taken off here? Right, so we've done those two. So if we're going to dismantle anything, it's going to be casing next, but I don't want to leave this facility until we've done like everything we can optimize. So yeah, the next thing to do is the recipe switchover. So this is going to be 3.75 by 2, heating. Okay, so I've already done the signage. Good. So we've got 9 radio control unit a minute. Divided by 3.75 is less than 4, which is good. So we divide that by 4, divide that by 3.75. That's 60%. I don't need to do the multiply by 100. Let's grab the hover pack, because I forgot to bring it with me when I went around last time. And you can see from this that I'm going to need to visit the sink soon. Oh, well, actually, first thing I need to do, before I reclock anything, because changing the recipe would, actually no, I can reclock everything and then I can just change the recipe after, right? That works for me. Because if I change the recipe, it's going to pull parts out of the machine, and if I don't drain the manifolds first, it's just going to put parts back in the machine. Or it's going to try to, anyway. Hang on a second. It can't. So it doesn't matter if I do this. because the parts can't go in. They're just going to stay in the belts where they are anyway. Why is this not connected? Did we switch recipes and forget to change a thing? Oh, we haven't switched recipes yet. Right. So I've got to do that while I'm here. Because that's gonna it's gonna remove computers from that, which we've already done upstairs for things. Fun. Brum, brum, brum. 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be 3.75. That's just 50/50. So that's going to be the same on all the days. Okay, now we remove that, and that, and that. It's going to be quicker to just do this. Okay, now we need to set a sync up. So if we do this funky belting here, it means that splitter's definitely not going to have any parts left in it when we're done. Whereas that one here does. Oh, there's still one in the forward belt. Right. Oop. That's gonna get drained off anyway, doesn't matter. It's unfortunate, but it doesn't really matter that it's connected to the wrong belt. So it's gonna get drained either way. Wait for autosave again. Had I not been paying attention to me screwing this up earlier, that would have been a problem. Just making sure there's no junk left in. Reconnecting the belts might help. That's gonna be fine. 27 times 4. 208, so whichever one the quartz crystals end up on going to need to be Mark II. We can check the manifold building. That hasn't been updated. I was confused for a moment. It's got 3.75 plus 3.75 plus 9 times by 15. So we got 66 heatsink a minute. So it's going to be Mark II. 33 high-speed connector a minute. Then 198 quartz crystal a minute. Heatsink there. I don't see high-speed connector though. Why do we not have high-speed connector with anything? It's just one of those things where we just didn't complete the production floor. That looks like a yes. Ass. Add high-speed connectors for radio control units. Because that's 11 manufacturers. I'm not building a 11 machine manufacturer manifold at the state of concentration I'm at right now. There we are. Right, so I wasn't paying attention. Which one of those was high-speed connectors? So it's the middle one. Oh bollocks, I've got raw quartz coming in. Bollocks, bollocks, bollocks. Okay, there we go. There's that unfucked. So 198, or am I misremembering that? Yeah, 198 divided by 37.5, so we need 6. Let's wait for autosave. I think at the original, the initial planning for this, it was figured that I'd possibly need more than 198. Thingies. So with the item reduction, that is going to need to be reflected on the signage. $18.8. 3. I was initially considering doing a belt inversion on this, but feels a little weird doing a belt inversion in a mezzanine that's as short as this. Right, well, concentration's short. I'm just going to have to finish this shit off later. Hey, balancing your recipes with recent unlocks. Switch supercomputer to assembler recipe. Right, so that's going to be all for now. Might be streaming later today. Depends on how long it takes us to get through the Q&A segment. I do need to take a break from the computer, but I've got my morning routine to get through as well. So we'll see what happens. So that's going to be all for now. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.